Is there anything, as you're thinking about all the guys that you've worked with or not worked with, is there anybody you'd really like to work with that you've missed?
You mean announcer wise?
Or just a talent, like, "Hey, I wish I could have done something with so and so," even if it's a former in-ring wrestler, and maybe they're not going to wrestle, but maybe you could just do something with them because you just like to work with them on anything.
Yeah, I've never worked with The Rock. I never met The Rock. I mean, think of all the people that I've met, right?
You never met The Rock.
Never met The Rock ever. I met John Cena one time, very briefly. Um, so those are a couple of guys that I kind of wish I was had a chance to at least hold the microphone for them, or call their matches or something. Uh, I I would have liked to work with, and I know that he talked a lot, but he's a friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine. Uh, I'd like to have worked at least in the same company because he and I are such good friends. With Mauro Ronaldo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Mauro's,
Are you surprised he never did much with AEW?
yeah,
I am too. It just feels
yeah,
like he would have been a natural fit.
yeah, me too. I don't know the story behind that at all.
I'm not trying to press you on it or put you in a bad spot. I
No,
just brought him up.
yeah, I don't know any that much about it, why.
Yeah.
I mean, I do know that he called the match where Kenny Omega beat Rich Swann uh, to
That was
win
a
their
TNA match, right?
right. Well, and I was there. Me and Tony Khan and Jerry Lynn were there that day in Nashville, and Morrow was right to our left. And I told Morrow, I said, I may have said this on the podcast before, and if I did, I apologize, but it's worth repeating. I told Morrow, I said, you ad libbed what I think is the greatest line a wrestling announcer has ever said.
Really?
Yes. And that's when Kenny Omega won that title. He said, you can't spell Omega without OMG.
Oh, wow.
Spectacular. I remember hearing that going, oh, fuck. Man, that was tremendous. Now, it may have not have been an ad lib. I don't know. But I told him that, and he really appreciated it. He didn't say if he had written it down or not, because as my first boss on radio said, the best ad lib you can do, you can write it down and then, read it. But that was just spectacular. And
He's one of the very best at what he does when it comes
yeah,
to preparation and things like that. I mean,
yep,
he's up there with Excalibur as far as
yes,
preparation.
absolutely. No question. So I would have loved a chance to have worked with him. And Corey Graves would have been another chance to work with him. I always wanted a chance to work with Renee Paquette, and now I get a chance to work with her because I think she is just absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational. Um, I may think of somebody else. I'm not sure, but those are the ones that come to mind. Uh, Van Hammer, that drop toe hold, man. Ooh, floats over into an armbar as you do.
Well, boy, if we're going to talk about Van Hammer, I'd rather talk about our cocks. Guys, enter the room dick first. Blue Chew's not just a tablet, it's a cheat code for your crotch. Tony Schiavone personally wants to see your ding dong get stronger, harder, and longer lasting. Almost like Tony got in there and gave your downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership, saying, "Win one for the Gipper, and here's how Nigel taught me to do my presses." Blue Chew's the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. I've been kicked out of 4 museums this year for carrying a loaded sculpture. Guys, this isn't just about performance, it's about your legacy or your third leg, a C. Give her group chat something to talk about. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. Discover your options right now at bluechew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. As always, you can get your first month of Blue Chew free. Just use that promo code WHW at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head on over to bluechew.com for details and important safety information. And a big thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring today's podcast.
What a line thrown out of a museum for carrying a loaded sculpture.
You like that? It was talking about my penis meat, Tony.
Well, I know that.
Oh,
but I just
okay.
thought
Got
it
it.
was a great line. Okay.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Hey, let's do a salute for the late great Tracy Smothers. Huh? One of
So
the
somebody say something about fired up. Hey, he was all over Mickey Knuckles' new book. She wrote a book, and man, I had no idea she was so close to Tracy Smothers, but she talked so lovingly about him. And she talked about how, him being a Southern guy, he wants to be able to go to, work Alabama Indies or Tennessee Indies or Georgia or Mississippi Indies, and he wants to be able to get heat. So the only way that he could walk into one of those buildings with a stick with a Confederate flag on it and get booed is if he came up with something that he knew that everyone would be offended by. And the word he chose, Tony, was jack off. So if he was in Jacksonville, you Jacksonville jack offs. Just wherever you are, just put jack offs at the end.
Yeah.
So I say we go with that.
Okay.
And maybe you could use that on commentary the next time somebody's,
Uh-huh.
particularly bad guy.
Yeah. What a jack off.
Yes. Nobody would like being called a jack off.
Right.
He's onto something.
Yes, he is. And he was. And he also used everybody dies, right?
I love that so much.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Tracy was with us at our very first low-key big hog get together. Remember that?
Wasn't that super fun, dude?
Yeah, that's one of those memorable weekends.
We've had a lot of fun doing really dumb shit together.
Dumb shit works.
You gave away a bag of fucking dog hair, Tony.
I sure did. A guy took it.
Yeah.
And it was Bug's dog hair.
Oh man. Now I bet you wish you had that hair back.
Yeah. No, I still got a little container of Bug's hair that I take with me everywhere.
Did you make that into a wig?
No. Don't have that much. He was a Chihuahua.
I don't know. That was a full Ziploc bag full. It was a freezer bag full.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. That was a couple weeks worth, Yep.
Yeah, I'm going with the dogs that don't shed.
Yeah. And I think we also gave away that day
your outfit from the TNA appearance.
The outfit from the TNA appearance. Yep. Same person got that.
SaveWithConrad.com.
My name is Rajiv. I'm in Sacramento, California. I came to Save with Conrad because I've heard Conrad talk about how he helps people all the time save money and the best route to go for getting some mortgages and finances done. And having heard so many different testimonials in the past, it made the most sense to go this route. We were in the market for a new house and we wanted to know what we could afford. So we spoke with Steve and then Diane to get through the pre-approval process to see what we could afford. And then once we were able to understand that aspect of it, that was when we were able to shop around for a house to get a mortgage through Save with Conrad. Everybody on the team was great. Everybody really explained everything fully to where it was more in like layman's terms to where I could understand it as someone not in the business or having shopped around for houses too many times. So being able to understand every step of the process and talking with everyone on the team about that was really, really helpful. And it made me feel really confident that I was going the right route. I would definitely recommend Save with Conrad to others. I know that sometimes people look at it and they go, oh, they're based in Alabama. What could they help me with? But I'm out here in California and they were able to square everything away and get things done really quickly, as opposed to sometimes even people out here don't move as quickly as the Save with Conrad team. So everything was really well done, really efficient, and I would definitely recommend Save with Conrad to others. My name is Rajiv. I'm in Sacramento, California, and I was able to get into my dream home with SaveWithConrad.com.
NMLS number 2129, equal housing lender. SaveWithConrad.com.